Hello there, welcome back to another episode of World of Tanks with Engini Titan, and I am looking at the Kampfpanzer 50T, the Tier 9 German medium tank. It's a paper tank, and I think it shows that it's a paper tank. I think its performance is a little unreal. It's got similar frontal armour to a Centurion 71 or a T-54, which would be its contemporaries, but it is actually faster than either of them. It's got a comparable power to weight ratio as the, more or less the same, I think, power to weight ratio as the, Centurion 71. I just checked, it's not as fast as the Leopard prototype, which is just as well considering that, but it's not that much slower than it either. It's considering that it's twice as heavily armoured as the Leopard prototype A. It's got a similar gun though, and it's got very good gun performance. So, and it's better, I would say, significantly better gun performance than, say, the T-54, which it is. It's actually better, similarly armoured to the T-54 as well, and a faster tank with a better, well, I don't know if it's a better power to weight ratio. It doesn't have a better power to weight ratio, but it has more or less the same power to weight ratio, I think, as the Centurion 71. Now, I know that I'm a better player than I was when I played the Centurion 71. You kind of go back and see my videos back at that era. But I don't think I've improved that much, and certainly comparing the numbers. Now, I've only got 6 games played in this thing, which is a small enough sample size. But generally my numbers get better as I get more experience with a tank. I tend to make my mistakes at the start, and then gradually I start improving the tank as I figure out how to play the tank well. It is possible I've been just lucky or fortunate in the matches or matchmaking that I've gotten, and I've just gotten exceptionally good results. But I reckon I'm doing about 40% more damage on this tank per battle than I would be doing on the sort of the tanks that I'm best at Tier 9 and medium tanks. Which begs the question to me, is this tank overpowered? I'm not 100% sure. I'm not. I think it is certainly more powerful, more flexible, I think, than Tech 3 tanks or tanks that were real tanks. I think the maneuverability of the tank, whatever about the speed, the maneuverability of the tank seems to me, given the level of armour, possibly a tad unrealistic, and the flexibility of the gun, the rate of fire, it's significantly better than the Centurion for a similar gun, and possibly a smaller turret, I'm not sure. And it has a pretty decent rate of fire under these circumstances, and it's pretty good gun depression as well for a relatively low profile tank. So it was a paper exercise tank, but the thing is, I'm not sure if the additional capability is enough to make the tank overpowered. It's not grossly overpowered in the sense that it's an automatic win button or anything like that. You can't be careless or reckless with it. The armour can be penetrated quite easily by pretty much anyone if you, shall we say, expose the tank in a reckless or careless way. You do actually have to show some tactical nuance or ability to make use of the tank. So, at that sense, it's, like I said, it's not an automatic win button or anything like that. But I do think that the little bits all add up to sort of an edge case or a certain superiority, I think, to definitely what I think will be the Tech 3 tanks at this level that I've experienced. Now, again, I'm not as experienced Tier 9 as, should we say, my years in playing World of Tanks would suggest, because a lot of my gameplay has been down at the lower tiers, because a lot of it's been either grinding or I've been using mid-tier premium tanks in order to build up silver and credits. Or credits and crew experience and stuff like that. In order to continue grinds. So I don't routinely play at the high tiers, and I'm significantly, I think, worse at high tiers. Tiers 9 and 10 than I would be at tiers 7 to 8, for instance. Which is why I'm kind of kicking the question back. I'd love to see people's opinions, because the chances are that if you're playing the game regularly, you've probably got the tank by now, or you're very close to getting it. And what people's views are on this tank. There's quite a few of them out there. It's popular enough, which is always a sign that the tank is pretty decent. Because you'll see tanks where there's a lot of them, and then people try them out, and then think, oh, this tank isn't that good, and then you don't see much of them anymore. There was a lot of stockades out there. Now, I think the stockade's a decent tank, but it's just tricky to handle with the autoloader. But there was an awful lot of them out there when people were getting the stockades, and then you'll still see them, but they're nowhere near as common. This thing never seemed to be as common, but there's been a few of them, I think, in pretty much every game that I've been in at this kind of tier since they've started coming online, so to speak. People started winning them, so I think they're a good tank that way. They're certainly fun. I think it's quite an enjoyable tank. Now, can I shoot the STA-2 from here? I don't think I can. Is he going to make it around the corner before I do? Well, he doesn't make it around the corner, but I didn't have a lot of time, so I had to snap the shot off, and I wasn't fully aimed in. He got away with it. That was a bit of a glory shot anyway. Now we're coming back here to the final straight. There's a 2 tank difference. However, that's going to become a 1 tank difference fairly shortly, and it is now. There's only 1 tank difference. And now they have the opportunity to get rid of a tank or 2 if they can. This isn't a great position. As I'm about to discover, I'm just trading fire here for damage, or trading damage for damage. It's probably not the smartest thing that I was doing. I should be doing. We get the shot off. We managed to trade damage for damage again, but I can't keep doing this. There's 3 of them. There's only 1 of me. The SDA-2 Black comes up for another shot at me, but he actually was too far up the slope, and his gun was pointing too far down. He wasn't able to get it up. He didn't have the gun elevation to shoot me. But I come around the corner here. We have a shot against the SDA-2, and then we bounce a shot from an E75, which is quite fortunate, really, because that's a pretty formidable tank. Now we get the shot off on the Kampfpanzer 50T, and he comes after me, which I think is a big mistake on his part. Problem with him now is he's now exposed on my side of the valley, so I'm more likely to have allies that can shoot at him, as one of them just did, than he has. And he has to go back up slope where he's really slow and vulnerable. So now we are 2 tanks again. We've managed to get ahead without losing. And this is, there's the E75 is left, and there's the remaining STA-2 Black against the Shaska, and he took a bit of damage there. I think the IS-3 got him and the Shaska got him, but he should be able to beat the Shaska. So I decided to go out to help. I don't want the start of a comeback here by him taking out the Shaska and then maybe taking out one other tank. It looks like the E75 is closing in on the IS-3, which is not great either, because if the E75 used HE and that IS-3, the IS-3 doesn't have a lot of hit points left. And the IS-3 has a big gun, or yeah, E75 is a big gun, assuming he has a top gun. He could just use HE, bang it off the IS-3, and you'd one-shot him because He doesn't have to penetrate, it just has to do 180 points of damage, which I think he'd be well capable of doing. But the thing is, every shot would cause damage, whereas the IS-3 has no such guarantees of being able to penetrate the frontal armour of an E-75. And something extraordinary happens here. The I-75 is reversing up the hill and rams the Tiger II and kills it. Now, this is where the IS-3s put a round in, and I get myself around him and actually put a round in as well and we finish him off. Now, if he had killed the IS-3, what would have happened there? I'd still think I'd have gotten around him, I'd have gotten my round in, but then I would have had to hit him again. I might have been able to do it. Probably would have been able to take one shot and possibly get the next one off. I beat him on the reload. Anyway, we got a high caliber, over 5,000 points of damage. We got an ace tanker. We got a Confederate for the amount of enemies we damaged. We got nearly 2,000 assisted damage, 19 penetrations and 1,000 blocked. Came number one by experience and fairly strongly number one as well. So we shot 13 out of the enemies and we destroyed 4. So overall, I think it was a very enjoyable tank. I will sort of leave you with the question. I'm certainly interested in your views as to whether this is overpowered or not. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure where I fall on the matter. I think sort of, you know, Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays I think it's overpowered, and the other days I think it's okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please press like, comment, share. It really helps the channel out. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I will catch you all again soon. Bye for now.